Leah Pizzetti now. And Leah, on Thursday, they're looking at some good weather for that event, but today, kind of some crazy conditions out there.
Yeah, oh my goodness. It was an insane day here in Kern County as far as our weather goes. Obviously, our wind being the driving force for a majority of this crazy weather. You can see by midnight tonight, our levels are calming down. Our wind speeds are calming down. We're looking at that 25-mile-per-hour range right around the Grapevine Fraser Park area. So calming down. Still a little bit of wind hanging out tonight, though. Tomorrow morning, as we're waking on up, heading out the door 8 a.m., you can see similar situations. Still some wind remaining, but calming down for the most part. Today, we saw some very high winds, up to almost 40-mile-per-hour winds in Bakersfield, almost 55-mile-per-hour winds at the Grapevine. Our highest winds, 60-mile-per-hour at Bird Springs Pass, almost 50 in Tehachapi, and close to 35 in Mojave. So very high winds is what we saw today. And now we have this fire weather futurecast, which combines essentially humidity and heat and wind speeds and predicts the likelihood of fires. You can see tonight, right around midnight, there's still a slight chance remaining, not quite as high as what we saw today. Tomorrow morning, right around 8 a.m., similar conditions, but look at this. By the end of tomorrow, right around dinner time, 6 o'clock, those pretty much clear on up. So thankfully, tomorrow will not be as crazy as what we saw today. We did have a wind advisory in place today that did just end at 11 p.m. We do still have this air quality warning. It does end at 2 a.m., so in just a couple hours, that one does end, rightfully so, because of all of this smoke that was in the air from today. Thankfully, also tomorrow, our air quality only an AQI of 63, which is moderate, better than what we saw today by a tiny bit. Hopefully, once again, no fires burning to bring it down anymore. Very similar temperatures tomorrow than what we saw today. 87 degrees in Bakersfield, those mid to upper 80s in the valley, 70 degrees in Lebec, 71 in Fraser Park, 70 in Tehachapi, 79 in Lake Isabella for tomorrow, and 70s for the most part in our desert communities, with an 80 in Ridgecrest for tomorrow. Looking ahead, once again, just a couple more days of 80s, and then we have a cool down. We are back into the 70s majority of the week, but Monday, 81 degrees in Bakersfield. Those 80s do make a comeback. Kern River Valley, 79 for tomorrow, and then that cool down coming on Wednesday, bringing us down to the lower 70s. Tehachapi, lower 70s beginning, dipping into the 60s, and then Fraser Park, similar situations, 71 degrees for tomorrow, dipping into those 60s.
Talked about this with Elena earlier. You know, at the end of the week, it looks like it starts to heat back up a little bit, but we should just enjoy the 70s while we have.
Yes, we should.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Leah.